Something else that I remember are the clues, pieces of the puzzle that I think, when all combined, is going to make a greater picture, a bigger picture of my situation. It's about babies and children. Some years back, I used to watch television in my family's house, and I noticed at one point, every time I saw babies, especially twins, you know, and I would start to cry. And I don't, I mean, I love babies. I mean, what woman doesn't like babies and everything? But I would cry deeply every time I watched the television. There's a baby crying, especially if he has big eyes. We kind of, when I was young, I had bigger eyes, but I connect with it and cry deeply. And it's irrational. I babysit it, and so, I go through life, you see babies, people pushing a baby stroller, and I'm fine. But it's something when on television, and they're holding the babies in their arm, and, it's in a hospital setting, I couldn't take it. And I remember at one point I started getting angry. And I know this individual does watch my video, and but I love you, and but I started getting angry at this family member, something like, I feel like that they're being taken away from me, and so I love this person, and then but I've had animosity too. So I don't know where that's coming from at all, um, but there was something else that I'm putting the pieces together. I remember there, I had this dream, and I only had this dream once, but it seemed so real. Oh, I almost forgot. We have to back up a little with babies. I um, I had an opportunity to do volunteer work at a hospital, and again, I had an opportunity just briefly. Was it 2 weeks? The one division was only for 2 weeks or something. The neonatal unit, and I had to watch this film on childbirth. Okay, now growing up, was in elementary school, science. I've seen things, people, mothers giving birth to babies. I had no problem with it. I can eat, it doesn't faze me. But I cannot watch it now. I was watching this, but again, this video was more graphic. The position of the woman was in a squatting position rather than on the back with the legs open. This one, they show everything, the rectum, everything, and then the baby coming, and I couldn't take it. I was getting really emotional, not crying, but I was getting like scared. This fear that I had, and again, as a child, I could watch anything, and it doesn't faze me now. I cannot watch that. I was living visiting a relative's home, and they were showing pictures of their baby being born, very, very modestly done. Just the side view, she's fully covered, whatever. But you're in the room. I mean, then you know what's going on, and I was getting like scared, and the people, and I think the people were getting upset that I was. They can see that I was getting emotional. But I think it's a beautiful thing. And like when I was in the military, when I was about to get out, I was interested in actually being a midwife. I looked into that field, becoming a midwife. So something I was connecting to. I said, wow, maybe I could be a midwife and help babies be born. Because when I was in the military, a lot of my um, female co-workers, who I was in the military with, were having babies. So I felt a connection, a strong connection in doing this. But now I can't watch it at all. It causes extreme anxiety in me, okay? And I have no real reason. I'm petrified going to GYN exams, petrified. I can't get it. I can't get that done. I mean, I had many of them done to me growing up. But now the past, let's see, 15 years. No, not 15. Yeah, about 15 years. I, I was getting more and more worked up with it, and was becoming more and more painful with each time. I remember my first GYN exam. Um, the actual exam itself, there was no problem. You know, the doctor wasn't the best doctor, but the actual exam was okay. It was no pain involved. But now everything crunchy. No, it's something that I can't do anymore. So again, the childbirth and then me getting GYN exams is extremely frightening. Panic zone. Panic. Okay, I wasn't like this. Wasn't like this at all. I could watch anything about childbirth and I thought it was a beautiful thing. No. Okay, now backtrack now. I had this dream. This dream, I was living in St. Thomas. And it's interesting that St. Thomas is part of the U.S. Virgin Islands, okay? It's in the Caribbean. And when it seemed like a lot of my paranormal, supernatural things happened there, actually, which is really interesting. I was a new Christian, way, living on my own, really living on my own for the uh, first time, but briefly in the U.S. mainland for 9 months, but same time I was on my own, no relatives, no friends, and I just winged it out there. Either way, um, the dream I had was a dream that the dream was in reverse. Now, it started the dream with, how do you go now? Um, I saw a baby boy, cute little baby boy. And the baby could have been maybe 4 months old, 5 months old. Cute kid, my color. Cute little curly hair. He had a little fro about this big. Really had full lips, large dark brown eyes. Really a real mama's boy. I loved. I my heart. Really cute kid. And I looked at the baby. I'm holding the baby like this, and I said, "Where did this kid come from?" And then the dream shifts to a different scene, and I'm in like a storage room, like had shelving, and I'm looking at the shelving and just like trying to find an object, saying to myself in my mind, where did this come? Where did this kid come from? Where did this kid come from? And then the next thing I know, I'm in a room, like a hospital. And I remember the bright lights in front of me, like when you're in the operating room, you have this bright light in your face, and I'm on my back, and I was delivering a baby. I was in labor, and I could feel something came out of my body, and a baby. I gave birth to a baby, but at that point, I don't think I saw the baby, but I knew I was delivering a baby. And then I woke up. And when I woke up with like little pins and needles, like in my, what do you call it, my lower abdomen, where the uterus would be. like it feels like prickly pins. That is something, an event happened in my uterus and in my uh, vaginal canal. Like something happened physically to me. And it like that sensation lasted virtually the whole night. And I'm like feeling really worked up. Like, wow, what's going on, you know? Never again had that dream. And I just kind of, it stayed in my mind for years. And I started, the dream started fading away, the memory of it. But it's just something that I'm remembering again now. And the possibilities of that something happened to me. And now, in light of all this, what they call the super soldiers and people being experimented on, and memories could be wiped, and then people could be put through portal and then taken back, and then the bodies regress, whatever. I'm wondering whether this happened. And I'm also noticing, like, I think I think when people get abducted, as they call it, by UFOs, that they come into a certain portion of that home. And I'm wondering whether, like for me, like I remember once in the same attic, I woke up and then I open my eyes and I see a camera, like a video camera. That it had the nozzle, with the lenses, aiming right at me. It was like in a hole in the wall, show watching me, and then it disappeared. These are portals, I think, and then I think I'm being watched. And this other person that I know, that they were sharing with me that, like, when they dream, like they like daydream or whatever, and they pretend like he could only go and daydream that, but the daydream only could happen if they go through this particular entrance, nowhere else. And so, but now I understand what that person is saying. That's that person's portal. And I'm thinking that they must have been abducted also. Or maybe when they come to observe this individual, that they're coming through that wall for him. So everything to him is always associated with that wall. So him imagining him going to other places in his mind, that's where he comes through from. So it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense now. And I remember also that like I mentioned in an earlier video about this buzzing with vibration coming from a body part, and even a bed once. Something's going on. So it's not just one person. I think everybody there is going through something, had gone through something. And so everything is connected with other things. I'm saying this is really something. This is really something. So, yeah, wow, all these things now come into my mind. And that's also why I'm in the shower, because when I'm in the shower, I feel more relaxed, and your memory starts to open up, and one memory open up other memories. So this is very therapeutic for me, and definitely, hey, do the same thing. That if you feel that maybe some type of trauma happened to you, hey, take a shower, just to relax, and just start talking, and then your memories are going to start opening up too, and record it. It's about helping yourself and healing yourself. So that's also why I share this. I know what I'm saying is very personal, but if I can even help one person become truly free, then it's worth it, you know? So each one teach one and each one help one another. Thank you again. Bye-bye.